Wellness Wednesday, sponsored by Mountain State Wellness.
Joining us now from Mountain State Wellness are Dr. Amy and Dr. Lucas Watterson. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
We have fun with you. Even though this topic isn't, it's an important topic, but we have fun. We
learned so much. You explain everything so well.
It's true. Can you talk to us about another symptom or condition that you guys treat often?
Sure. One of the conditions we see quite frequently is headaches, actually.
Yes.
And headaches, many people don't know, is one of the leading causes of missed work in the United States, actually.
Really?
And the quick fix the quick fix for most people, of course, is over-the-counter pain medications like Tylenol, Advil, etc. And unfortunately, people take them so frequently that that's also the #1 reason people have acute liver failure in our United States.
Interesting.
So overutilization of over-the-counter medications for pain is a danger.
Of course.
Right? So if we can correct a scenario in the body, a neck injury, right?
Yeah.
It's causing your migraine headaches, cluster headaches, tension headaches, and you can stop taking those daily over-the-counter pain medications to save your liver, that's a good thing.
Now,
Very good.
It's amazing that you can treat the neck to treat headaches, but exactly how does that work? Can you give us examples, of how neck injury can actually cause a headache like that?
So we are upper cervical chiropractors, and we do move the structure, but what we're actually moving the structure, why we're moving the structure is what the anatomy is underneath the structure.
What do you mean by the structure?
The actual vertebrae.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Okay.
So we're actually moving the vertebrae of the neck, the top bones of the neck, to get them perfectly aligned. But the other component is what lives inside those bones is your central nervous system. So your brainstem, your spinal cord, your spinal nerves that go out all to the peripheral aspects of your entire body.
Yeah.
And so if the spine is actually shifted and misaligned, just even a millimeter or 2 degrees or something like that, it puts pressure on that system. And that system is the master system of the body. So when we correct that spine, it actually takes the pressure off that system and allows the body and the brain to communicate fully and heal.
Just a millimeter change can make that impact.
So I'm going to further expand on the anatomy a little bit. There are some muscles that start at the top of your neck and come up in and touch to the back of the skull.
Okay.
So when the neck shifts out of alignment, it pulls on those muscles on the back of the skull.
Gotcha.
And then that's going to cause radiating pain up over the top to the frontal lobe to the forehead, basically. Other mechanisms, though, are poor circulation.
Oh.
The very top bone in your neck has 2 arteries that go through it called the vertebral artery. Very tiny, and they feed blood supply to a good portion of the inner brain. So when that bone that's misaligned, that we're adjusting and correcting into alignment, is misaligned, those 2 arteries can be compromised in circulation to the brain. When that happens, we have less blood flow to the brain, we have less nutrients to the brain, we have less oxygen to the brain, and people will begin to have headaches.
So we need to come to you before we go to take our SATs.
There you go.
There we go. You mentioned a lot of types of headaches. You said migraine and frontal lobe and back there and tubular. What are the different types of headaches?
It's not just I'm stressing Holly out, annoying headaches, right? There's more than that.
So categorically, there's 3. There's migraine headaches, tension headaches, and cluster headaches.
Okay.
But they've taken then and created subcategories for that. So there's vestibular headaches, there's ocular headaches, there's sinus headaches, and all that's really doing is describing the area of the head that they're actually affecting.
Gotcha.
Ocular eyes, sinus is sinus, vestibular ears. So they've kind of broken it down and diced it up a little bit.
Okay.
But there's 3 major categories.
Okay, got it.
Interesting. And so what actual procedures do you do to cure the headaches?
It goes back to the basics for us. We always look at the root cause of how the spine has shifted out of alignment.
Right.
We utilize that procedure that's called NUCCA, National Upper Cervical Chiropractic Association, and we zero in on that head and neck area and take those 3-dimensional images, one from the side, one from the front, and one from the top down through, and we calculate that misalignment to be as individual as their fingerprint, gently shift it back into place, and then take a second x-ray afterwards to verify that it's actually corrected.
That's the interesting thing, Holly, about our work is that it's measurable, predictable, and reproducible.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Okay? And so it follows the scientific method. So when people come for our initial consultation, I'll take the preset of x-rays, and before they leave my office, I'll show them on the screen exactly the misalignment they can see clearly by the marks that we make on their pictures. So it's measurable, predictable, and reproducible.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are one of the only, if not the only, people in the state with this technology, or that are at least using it.
Correct.
It is. We are the only ones in the state of West Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah,
You were telling us last time, it's so much more gentle than a lot of other methods, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, light pressure. In fact, I just adjusted a 2-month-old baby recently who was born by C-section birth. So it's light pressure, light touch. The baby lays on a pillow. We do the same application, the same process.